Well. Welcome back, old friend. Now, if you are one of the older subscribers on the Gar YouTube channel, you will remember that I used to play this game at version, I think it was 0.7 or 0.8. And I remember titling my first video of Satisfactory, "This game is amazing." Now, I'm sure it still is an amazing game, but we're here to check out what is new in the world of Satisfactory. Of course, we have patch 1.0, so I guess an official release of the game. So we're going to go ahead, discover, see what is new, and jump into a very fresh game mode and see if we can obtain one of these little guys down here, because he looks quite a dopey, cute kind of guy. So let's jump into a game straight away. Right, we're here on Dune Desert. This is one of the, I believe it's 4 maps we can pick within Satisfactory. It's a brand new game, so we're not starting the old world that I had on my last series, because this is a new version of the game with still evil fuckers like those things down there, and maybe some new plants, artifacts, or even things we can do. Now, I don't play Satisfactory how you lot would probably play Satisfactory, where you would build loads of, in the name, factories of mining resources, developing them, and just kind of building out your base and getting equipment and stuff like that. I love just building a very small base, getting the very basic materials that I need, and then just exploring as much as I possibly can. So we need to get a map. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find an advantage point to build my hub on. So as you can see here, we have ourselves our little zapper tool, so we'll need that to protect ourselves. We're the portable miner, 4 portable miners, which is quite nice to have, and some resources defaultly already. And then obviously we have a map down here which we could press M, but we can't because I think we need that at tier 1. So we need some, I believe, we need obviously a mineral to research to get to tier 1. So we're going to find a little peak that looks kind of high to build our hub upon. So we can press Q to obviously select the hub and build it upon there. So let's go up here, build our hub. Oh, great. Okay, so 2 little ones and a big fucker just spawned in. That's always great. Thanks, Satisfactory, for that. Looks like I'm not going up there anytime soon because I do not want to get wrecked. Right, let's try and work our way around. There is some mineral or a deposit down there, something. That's sulfur, or is it? No, it doesn't look like sulfur. What is it? Caterium ore. Okay, right, that's fine. There is a thing up here which usually you have to come back to repair so you can unlock it. So we'll just run up here and see what this has to offer. Time to show off my parkour skills. Here we go. Copper sheets. Lovely. Rotara. 65 of them. 66 of them. God, look at that. 66 of those and 65 of the copper sheet. That's pretty good. So we need to get over there because there's some rotors over there. Oh, there is enhanced industrial beams. 40 of those. Very nice, very nice. What we're going to do is try and use this ledge to run and jump. And then we can parkour up here, glitch into the rocks slightly. Luckily, we can still do that on this version of the game, which is nice to see. And we're going to jump up here, and up here, up here, up here. And then we can open this pod, which of course we can't open because we need to repair. We need steel beams, which... do we have steel beams? No, I don't think we had steel. Iron rods. Enhanced industrial beams. Strength of steel. So could I use that in here? Maybe not. I bet it's probably going to have to use the exact... No, you can't use those. Okay, so that's what we need to repair it and to get into here, to get some supplies of some sort. What we're going to do now is... okay, there's the crashed ship. We're going to build on top of there, but that fucker's hanging around, and I don't really want to build a base where there's going to be loads of spawns. So we're going to get ourselves down from here quite gently. Oh, shit. Oh, hold on. There was something on top of that. On top of this boulder. Let's try and get back up there again. Yeah. Okay, what is this? Medical inhaler. Okay, I don't think we've of those before. Restores health when used. Fix-it medical inhaler can be produced a variety of different ingredients. Hand slot. So you can put that in our hand to use it as an inhaler. So we could put that in our other hand maybe, and then just do this on our scroll wheel. So that's nice to have. And then can we build on top of here? It's probably not going to be the most useful of areas to build a hub. Yeah, it's probably not going to be the best, is it? Let's go ahead and try and find somewhere else, shall we? So we still have these long, gangly beasts that are practically just skittish creatures. They don't really attack you, from what I remember. So we're fine to stay clear of those. I think, to be fair, this isn't really like a high dune, but there's not many creatures rolling around just yet, apart from that thing there. So we're going to place our hub right here, if we can. Place it long ways. Place it a bit like so. There we go. Get rid of that. There we go. There is our hub on the hill. A bit harder to jump up on top of, which probably something I should have thought of. And then, as you can see, we've got quite enough lovely view of everything. And our ship is landing, which is nice to have. But our next objective is to build the space elevator. We're not going to be doing that this episode. We're just going to be exploring. But first, we need to get ourselves to tier 1 so we can actually pull up a map and see what we have to get. So we need to upgrade hub. What's on tier 1, shall we? Field research is the map. Select a milestone. So we need 300 screws, 100 sheets or plates, and 300 wire. So I don't think we have enough. So that's what we have now. So we need to mine some copper. And then we need to mine some iron. And then the screws will just come from the bars, which we do have already. So we need 300 of those. So we just need loads of iron. So we need quite a lot of iron, a bit of copper, and then we can get to the next of field research to get ourselves a lovely map. So let's go ahead and do that straight away. Okay, so here we have some iron ore. We can hand mine this, which isn't a deposit. And we can just get those straight away. So that's 20 of those. But we need kind of a bit more of a permanent iron ore deposit. Something that's more of a flat thing, which you place a miner on, that you can obviously mine it. There's something over there that looks quite promising. I was hoping there was something down here. There isn't. I think that's a power slug, is it? Or an energy slug? I don't know what they're called. I think there's one over there as well. But usually they're surrounded by little monster things. There is something over there, so maybe it might be worth venturing a bit over here to see exactly if there's any like deposits over this way. I don't think I can see any deposits, so this isn't really useful to us. So let's go ahead and head over to the one over there and just start mining that, because we need to start getting some iron bars at least on the go, and then start setting up our miners, smelters, and then obviously storage areas so we can put them all away. Now at the moment, Satisfactory doesn't seem too out of the ordinary. It seems pretty nice. I don't know if any of you lot want to point out anything that's new in the game that I haven't experienced since version 0.7 or 8, whichever one I played. I might need to go back on the video and actually have a look and pop it on the screen, the last one I played. Yeah, it seems pretty same at the moment, let's just say. The enemies seem quite not common, but normal. And yeah, there's nothing really much going on apart from those buggers still annoying. One thing I just don't want to run into is a stinger, is it? Which look like spider-looking things. God, they are horrendous. I hated those when I was playing it, but we're going to have to go back and run into some of them eventually. Okay, so there is a little guy around this deposit. I think this might be an iron deposit, so we might need to kill him. Sorry, dude. You're going to have to die. Right, so we got spitter remains.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Preserve the remains for later study.
I will, don't you worry. Let's mine this little ore node, because we need to mine it, and then we can place a miner on top of this, I believe. Missing minerals. Okay. Missing a portable miner. I mean, the portable miner's here. I've got a portable miner in my hands. Ah, maybe I need to put it in my inventory. That's probably what's going on here. They pop that there. It's here. There we go. That's better. So we want to place it this way so we can build a conveyor belt. That's nice. And then we obviously need to connect some power up to said miner. No power, which makes sense. And then we just need to go ahead and let's build ourselves a power burner thing. So we can also add fuel into this, which we can add loads of leaves. So if we collect loads of leaves, we can add loads of leaves in there. Which I'll probably need to do in a minute. But let's go ahead and build out all of the little things we need. And then go and get some leaves to fuel it. Right, so we've built ourselves a miner, a little Bunsen burner thing that can power them, a smelter, and then a constructor. And the constructor will probably just hold on to all this stuff. So first we need some screws, so we can just go ahead and get those going. So we'll select that for now. So that is ready to set up to go screws. Okay, we've been attacked at our little factory outpost, which is always fun. We're going to try and kill this little fucker, which we have. Hog remains. Right, let's go and try and find ourselves some leaves, shall we? We have another deposit over here as well, which is copper. So we actually literally have a copper node right over here, which we could build. But first, let's focus on the iron. Because I don't think we have loads of resources left. So we need to go collect some leaves. Get loads of those in the burner. Get mining to get our field research. And hopefully we will be sorted. Right, so we gathered 500 leaves for the fuel. I do hear something humming, which means there's an artifact or something is nearby. Might be coming from up there or in this little canyon thing. Let's have a venture in here. Hopefully there's no enemies. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a sphere. Is there only one of those guys down there? Oh, and there's some things over there. I don't think I've seen those before. Mushroom-looking things. Right, do we want to just deal with this one? Yeah, let's deal with this. I think this is a bigger dude. Okay, Jesus! His buddy came out of nowhere. Okay, well, we killed that one. This Mercer Sphere. Like that wood.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor.
Okay, cool.
Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application. Store it for later use.
Okay, will do, I guess. Bacon. There's just like a mushroom then? What's it going to tell us?
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption.
Okay, cool.
Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So we just got some raw quartz as well, which might be handy.
Crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay, so we've got some quartz. We've got ourselves some bacon mushrooms, which look really nice, and we've got ourselves a Mercer sphere, which is really nice. So we're going to head back over to our little factory, get the fuel in there. We've got 500 leaves, and just see what we can do, and then we can have a look at probably getting the copper ore set up. Probably don't need this massive setup to make what I'm trying to make, but it's always worth just having it ready, isn't it? Drop that in there. Drop that in there. It means that will start being fed into here. So there we go. It's on. That will start mining the ore. Then feeding down to here. Then smelting it into iron. And then smelting it into copper bars. And then we could then just... Or what we could do is we could actually make some screws for now. Get the screws up and then make the copper bars to... Oh, we need rods. Is it going to make those? No, it's not going to make those, is it? Yeah, it's going to stop. I thought that. Right, let's make these bars then. Let's make the bars. I was thinking of deconstructing this, to be fair. And then we can is do another organizer thing right here. It's not center whatsoever. And then building a belt from said here to there to store them into. So that kind of makes our factory line go quite nicely. I mean, 1 leaves per 100 and... Wait, what? 1 leaf 120 per minute? God, that is going to be... We're going to be running through that like crazy. We've got some wood as well, so we might as well pop some wood in there. We'll still need to keep collecting. But I think we're going to mine at a relatively good speed, as you can see. And we're already producing quite a few ingots. It's going into here. It's going into our press, which is then going into our storage container where we have 11. So we need at least about 300 of those bars to create 300 of the said screws. So 4 screws. Oh, so in fact, no, we don't actually need 100. We probably just need 150 or 100, I think, of these bars. And then we can start producing the screws to get to our next milestone of the field research tier 1 for our map. Right, I've mined the little copper node off the top. So I think if we have enough resources, which it looks like we do, we can actually start to... I don't know if to just place 3 little portable miners down on this copper node and then just like put it through the machine up there, which won't be too tricky to actually do. And let's just place them all down on this node. Okay, I didn't realise they walk around this much, but they've obviously found the... Okay, well that's pretty good. At least we have something being produced. What we can do is paste that inhaler back in my hand, because boy needs that inhaler in case any of them come again. So they're mining that one. We don't need a massive supply line for that. This is still burning through the leaves like nothing. We've obviously got a bit of a bottleneck going on. We're still producing these iron rods, so that's quite nice. So we're near 100, so we're only another 50 away. And then we can start to make ourselves some screws. Then once we make those screws, we can then start looking at making copper from the copper we're mining over here from little miners, which are chugging away on that copper node. So we've got 100 iron rods now. What I'm going to actually do now is just switch off the burner. Oh, fuse blown proper. Oh, did I blow a fuse? Ah, right, okay, so I need to turn it off properly. That kind of makes sense. Right, let's go ahead and grab our iron rods. And let's turn off this. So we're going to power down that. We're going to power down this as well. Don't need to mine anything else just right now. And we just need to turn on this thing. In fact, no. Smelter. Constructor. Yeah, so we need to switch that over to that now, to screws. And then we need to add in our bars. This is still on. Then if we switch back on this thing. Like so. These things shall be switched off and not running. As you can see, they're not producing anything. They've obviously paused the iron bar thing. But they will start producing the screws, which will basically start doing 40 per minute. So hopefully this won't take overly long to start filling up my screw deposit. And we can start getting closer and closer to that 300 mark of screws per iron rod. Now we're coming back to the factory. I've actually just collected 1,000 leaves because I thought, you know what, might as well keep this thing going for quite some time. Hopefully, we are closer to our 300 screw mark. Actually, we very much are, which is very nice to see. And are we running out of iron rods soon? No, we're actually 100 iron rods, or yeah, 100 iron rods actually did the trick. Only should be under that as well. So the wood is actually stopped here because we've only got 200 leaves there to burn down, and then the wood kicks in. Then we can just start adding these leaves in there and turn it on and off when needed. But we've got loads of wood to go down now. What I will do is I need to build another storage container to kind of store. I might just use this one where I'm putting the screws to just dump load of the ore that I've got. Yeah, stuff like this that I can just offload, and then I can put some of these in my iron bars. I've got something there, plates. I've got 65, so we only need actually 35 iron plates to get to that research goal. Let's dump all these in there as well. Take these back as well. These rotors I'll take back to my inventory. And we'll actually store the iron plates there because that's where we'll add them when we... Okay, we've actually got 300. Shit, I didn't realise. God, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Right, okay, cool. So we need to switch it over to the plates now. And then we need to switch over this to... Oh, well, that's copper. In fact, no, we need to switch over to the wire. And then we shall kick that into gear. And then we'll kick this into gear. And that should then start producing copper ingots, where we can start just getting rid of all of these iron things. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Come on. There we go. Cleared up the production line, and then that should hopefully produce some wire, which then the wire should go into here. But that is 300 of we need from the research goal, and then we need 100 plates, which we already have 65. So we can start turning back on all the machines once we've produced all of these wires. So hopefully this will not take too long. It says it's going to take 30 wire per minute. So it means that it's going to take about 10 minutes before we'll get to 300 for... Oh, no. 2 wires. So it'll take about 5 minutes, I would say, to get to 300 wires, where we'll be able to actually go ahead, get to the research goal, and then we'll have a map for the next episode of Satisfactory. Now, as you can see, I actually had to build another container, another constructor, just to kind of speed up the process of getting wire and plates. But if I pull up my inventory, as you can see now, we've got 300 wire, 300 screws, and 100 plates exactly. So we can go over to the hub and complete the tier 1 research task. Now, finally back at the humble abode. Let's jump up here into our little hub. Let's go ahead and go into the terminal. Let's drop all these off. And let's go ahead and click launch pod to get ourselves a brand new map upgrade, which we can see.
Apply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop
As
new
the MAM.
technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings.
So what we actually
These are
upgraded
essential
was
for
3 inventory
maximizing
slot,
pioneer
the
efficiency
MAM,
alignment
which
with
is
6 its
obviously
core pillars.
research
Construct, automate,
facility,
explore, and
object
exploit.
scanner, a map,
To
and
advance
some
fix
personal
its
storage
mission,
box,
all notable phenomena,
which we obviously got down
resources,
here already.
technology, or other influence
Which we
should
probably
be
should drop
investigated
everything off in
regardless
here.
of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
drop all these off because we need to keep those in our inventory. In fact, no, we'll get rid of this one as well. We don't need that one. But that's it, ladies and gents. I hope you have enjoyed this very, maybe not interesting, but our first step into getting back into Satisfactory. Again, I still think this game is great. I have no gripes against it. It is honestly a really fun game. And if you want to build out a massive factory, you can do that, as well as just discover new things. And hopefully, because I've now unlocked the map, which we can scan around, zoom in and have a look where we exactly are, where our hub is, where some of our factories are, we can go ahead and explore a bit more of the canyons over there, maybe a bit more of the kind of swampy, I don't know, swampy in a desert, but kind of like tree waterhole area where we'll discover either new creatures or even new objects that we've never seen before, like something like the Mercer Sphere, which I don't think I've seen before since version 7 or version 8. I think this must be new or after the versions that I've played. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this and you want to see more Satisfactory content, please give me a like and a subscribe. And thanks again for 1,000 subscribers. Let's carry on going and hopefully build an amazing community. Peace out.